perceive. Endure all souls that have been conceived. They surround us despite going unseen. We're all connected as we're playing out our scene. We all are looking to survive. You hold the power to be alive. There is a presence on the other side, steering the tide toward a goal worth pride. Subtle sparks can be sensed between our thoughts. It's where the truth lies, but awareness can't be bought. We all are looking to survive. You hold the power to be alive. Being alive forms varied shades. Don't let the colors begin to fade. Discover brilliance in the clouded beauty, so you can be rapturous and free. Choices arrive like the rising sun, or in the shadows cast by the mountains. So tune your mind to impressions you may have, and ask your heart, is this the right path? We all are looking to survive. You hold the power to be alive.
History there has been ideas about how it all began, what plane we have all come from, and our existence from now on. It's a mystery what separates us from all the herds of nothingness. Is it because we can speak or something else, like the ability to dream? Tune your mind with reflection. Use your attention with intention. Imagine what it is you want. If you're clear, it will appear. Our thoughts create our world, contrary to what you may have heard. Your mind's power is so strong. Just by thinking you will affect the outcome. Reaction is the result of action. The vibrations impact energy patterns. They crash around like waves, influencing the way we behave. This world is moving so fast. The chaos seems to cast a web of confusion, blocking us all from sound conclusions. I'm not here to say I know what the future is going to hold, but tomorrow's not just another day. Let's start creating, what do you say? Tune your mind with reflection. Use your attention with intention. Imagine what it is you want. If you're clear, it will appear.
is undefined. No one can tell you what it means, because it's a state of mind. Rivers flow to and fro, forces nudge the water so they go where they're told. Choices are there, the waters are free but controlled. Freedom is freedom is freedom is, oh yeah. Freedom is undefined. No one can tell you what it means, because it's a state of mind. When we are little ones, we have questions about how things are done. Is there a rule of thumb on how to find happiness and love with freedom? Freedom is freedom is freedom is, oh yeah. Freedom is undefined. No one can tell you what it means, because it's a state of mind. In love with freedom. Awaiting what's in queue. Upon contact, connections accrue. Sketches of belief ensue. Validity is transformed by what we see through fractured objectivity. The credibility of what we know strains for authenticity. Often is heard, I know what you mean. Determined with sight unseen of my life through my eyes on my holographic screen. So diverging views come between. Conjecture leads from what I see to needless incivility. The credibility of what we know strains for authenticity. The credibility of what we know strains for authenticity. as a spark of light, with a story yet to write. We survive through fight or flight, choices based on wrong or right. We don't get to decide what will be on the other side, but I want to know I tried, as I move past the passing tide. Life ends like a thief in the night, whether asleep or in a gunfight. No escaping this birthright, we will be heading toward the light. We don't get to decide what will be on the other side, but I want to know I tried, as I move past the passing tide. Moments transform into years, bringing joy and causing tears. Actions speak louder than words, so don't fall for veneers. We move on to the next plight, we live and assess our life. This may excite or fright, but it goes on, so we'll be alright. We don't get to decide what will be on the other side, but I want to know I tried, as I move past the passing tide. I wonder about the people who live without the means to get them where they need to be, for bringing about change that they look for in the models they see all around them, in the family, in the city, in the schoolyard. Who are they? Could be, who will help them see? If you won't, I wonder about the people who can't seem to see through their preconceptions that they cling to. For life and death, even if it conflicts with what they know deep down to be reasonable, for our progress, for our culture, for our future. Who are they? I wonder what they could be. Who will help them see? If you won't, I wonder about the people who ponder how we're gonna make it to the next stage of this journey through the cosmos all together. We must try to do our best to create a world without hunger, without thirsting, without hatred, without fighting in wars. about the people who ponder how we're gonna make it to the next stage of this journey through the cosmos all together. We must try to do our best to create a world without hunger, without thirsting, without hatred, without fighting and wars. Who are they? I wonder what they could be. Who will help them see? If you want, if you want, if you want.
I'll spare you the details of the thoughts in my mind. The answers I question often seem to unwind as I seek for meaning in the cracks and the lines, in what we're presented as we travel through time. My vision strains to see quite right as I navigate through darkness and light. Silhouettes of fulfillment keep me trudging along through tunnels of despair. Oh, how do I stay strong? The road is lined with guides and signs to lead us on our way. Your fate is great, but what about today? Release attachments to outcomes we've drawn. The schemas we're tied to turn us into pawns. Binary and vital, it's all for its own. Duality is our causal liaison. My vision strains to see quite right as I navigate through darkness and light.
I lie and wonder how we've survived to make it this far, spawning our species through the ages as we spin around our star. Our brains are trained to avoid pain and seek pleasure. As we progress, we devise a standard, adapting it to our pattern. Reaching the outcome that we desire teeters on a wire, engulfed in madness as we perspire, staring at the fire. Our brains are trained to avoid pain and seek pleasure. As we progress, we devise a standard, adapting it to our pattern. Down to ourselves we have to learn how to discern structure emerging from the random forming, like crystals in a cavern. Our brains are trained to avoid pain and seek pleasure. As we progress, we devise a standard, adapting it to our pattern.
Theories are bound to explain our existence. Before our time there was an occurrence. Scientists give us one miracle and we'll explain the rest. So they test and make an educated guess. As you know, we really know nothing little can be proven. A resolution requires faith in something. Stages of faith can yield astounding answers. Live life awake to see what really matters. We swing around on frayed strings of misconceptions. We only feel what connects with our perceptions. As you know, we really know nothing little can be proven. A resolution requires faith in something. Can yield astounding answers. Live life awake to see what really matters. We swing around on frayed strings of misconceptions. We only feel what connects with our perceptions. As you know, we really know nothing little can be proven. A resolution requires faith in something.
Many travel this journey alone, navigating the constant storm of heartache, turmoil, and pain through what seems to be an endless stream. But assistance can be found on every shore if we look around. In places we fail to explore is the help we are striving toward. It is all in our grasp. We only need to ask. The one, the source, the guiding force connects us all. The one, the source, the guiding force attracts us to our fate. The past gives us a review, our version of what we've gone through. But even our point of view is skewed with contrasting hues. So we look to beyond our conscious mind to the inner voice. Eternal guidance is divine. It speaks to us through a silent mind. It is all in our grasp. We only need to ask. The one, the source, the guiding force connects us all. The one, I see beauty. We wonder how to be free to some degree. Every day can be new if you choose. Life is full of endless dreams with potential to come true, but not without attention from you. Believe what you wanna be true. It's all up to you. If your days feel like deja vu, it's time to pass through into the unknown, dodging all the stones. Life is full of endless dreams with potential to come true, but not without attention from you. Learning from what you've been shown, you are not alone. Wisdom must be acquired before it is known. Peering into the divide, praying it will provide answers to assist us on this ride. Allow your mind to be refined, cleared and realigned. For silence stirs to unwind all the thoughts intertwined. Many walk around blind, is what I find. Life is full of endless dreams with potential to come true, but not without attention from you.
Events occur in patterns of coincidence at first. They seem random, free from dependence. Upon observance, the evidence sets a precedence of not just believing, but knowing with vetted confidence. I don't know why I can't see what's in front of me, so I try to recognize the signs that appear by design. We look to what's been for reference on how to begin. The search for what's holy and not determined to sin. A dogmatic or cultural view that's preconditioned. The way information is processed in our field of vision. I don't know why I can't see what's in front of me, so I try to recognize the signs that appear by design. If we keep our senses and eyes open, we will detect points where actions begin to intersect with occurrences we wish to be perfect. Premonitions and harbingers, they serve to protect. I don't know why I can't see what's in front of me, so I try to recognize the signs that appear by design.
makes no difference what you say. They taste the same either way. It's pop or soda. signifies the bubbling bliss that surrounds your lips and teeth and your tongue. It makes no difference what you say, it tastes the same either way. It's pop or soda. Some people like to criticize and assume they are right, but it can go both ways. You should not have to rephrase. It makes no difference what you say, it tastes the same either way. It's pop or soda. It's pop or soda. Phrases are formed as a sequence of words, and countless are frequently heard. Which words to choose can be used and abused. When people are getting wasted, they seem to be sharing stories with me that display the courage they thirst naturally when they are sober. They say, when I was wasted, remember when I was wasted, I was cool. When I was wasted, in this state of mind, fate seems divine, and the narrative is aligned with this one time you crossed over the line and got totally wasted. If this occurs, try to discern whether this story really needs to be heard, or is it stupid? No, really this time I got wasted. I was seriously wasted. I was a fool when I was wasted. Now don't get me wrong, as I sing you this song, I love a buzz all day long, but I stay controlled as I let myself go, even as I get wasted. Rolling with new plans, avoiding one-night stands, keeping myself safe and away from gangland. It's about choices. It's such a blast to get wasted. Right now I am wasted. You won't believe what I did when I was wasted. When I was wasted. When I was wasted. When I was wasted. Here is a truth that eludes us, but we know for sure we exist reflecting. Consciousness is not bound, orchestrating a symphony of light and sound. We look for what we found, our awareness training ground. Waking in our dreams to become lucid in this state of being creates a stream to a consciousness that's not bound
found our awareness training ground. As our bodies are laid to rest, our spirit will move onward to what comes next. The observer will endure, 'cause consciousness is not bound, orchestrating a symphony of light and sound. We look for what we found, our awareness training ground. Thoughts become real, they impact the quantum field. Vibrations interacting to reveal matter as energy condensed by activity, requiring a foundation to reach each degree. 'Cause consciousness is not bound, orchestrating a symphony of light and sound. We look for what we found, we found our awareness training ground.
I look through the lens of what I believe and see what I see as best I conceive. But blindness forms clouds that deceive, distracting me from what I want to achieve. As I walk through the valley of shadows, I will fear no evil. I can see through those that wanna cause fear when they're spewing out hate and grinding our gears, creating chaos to exhaust our will, keeping us down so it's all uphill. As I walk through the valley of shadows, I will fear no evil. What we see are branches of a tree, part of a wisdom bigger than you and me. The rules I don't know, but what's patently true is we all know nothing, we haven't a clue. So follow your heart and see from that view. Guidance will find you and help you get through. As I walk through the valley of shadows, what's around us, with what surrounds us in space. There's a flow that has us in tow, holding us in its embrace. Our lives respond to vibrations that we can enjoy, if we spend our time on actions that fulfill us, that fill us with joy. We're having a good time, a real good time, a good time with rhythm and rhyme. When you're having a good time, a real good time, a good time, there's rhythm and rhyme. Time is a construct of fleeting moments, relative motion in zones. We flow through the space-time ether, in this suit of skin and bones. Let yourself go and feel how to grow. Let your heart keep you in sync. Harmony will start to overflow, creating an eternal link. So we're having a good time, a real good time, a good time. There's rhythm and rhyme. When you're having a good time, a real good time, a good time. There's rhythm and rhyme. We're having a good time, a real good time, a good time with rhythm and rhyme. When you're having a good time, a real good time, a good time, there's rhythm and rhyme.
When I was a young man, absorbing this world, a fork emerged in the road. What I thought I knew did not ring true. My faith was distorting my view. The story I'd heard seemed simple and absurd. I pondered how far it could go, and as the wind blows, thoughts arose. The questions started to flow. Could it be that one man died for everybody's sins? Or we all are ruled by aliens? And they have our souls trapped on earth to keep us as their slaves? Or is it that consciousness just ends? It could be more complex than we can ever fantasize. A life comes from one source, but you know many times we think that we have it all figured out. We find we were wrong from square one. I found one universal truth, is that between every thought are infinite possibilities. In each instant you decide the way that life proceeds, so you can create or destroy. If you want to capitalize on this experience, observe what is happening right now. Cause the only moment that exists just slipped into the past, so don't just let another pass you by.
The earth is fine, it's been there a long time. Now experts claim we are crossing a line between our lives scientific breakthroughs. We live today like the kings and queens of past. Yet most complain until they draw their last breath. Now won't you come and listen to me? I'll show you things that you never have seen. I talk of ignorance, I talk of greed. Hear my words if you hunger to be free. This begs a question that you should ask. What is the trustworthy view through the looking glass? Cause all events can be seen from different sides. The ones in power decide how they guide. Factions are trying to control your thoughts by planting concepts in a clean and tidy box. So you should always look between the effing lines. The absolute truth is hidden by design. Now won't you come and listen to me? I'll show you things that you never have seen. I talk of ignorance, I talk of greed. Hear my words if you hunger to be free. Volumes have been inspired in our past that offer insight on how to be our best. Yet we choose to fight among each other instead of learning how to create a bright future. Love is key, and striving to be a positive part of our society. Change is a constant, no matter the time of year. But higher things are at work, so have no fear. Now won't you come and listen to me? I'll show you things that you never have seen. I talk of ignorance, I talk of greed. Hear my words if you hunger to be free.
The mirage is riding on the sun. It's a song that needs to be sung. It's been this way since it begun. The mirage is riding on the sun. Off in the distance, what could it be? Wonders as far as the eye can see. Freedom, happiness, beauty and love. Phantoms of what could be to come. The mirage is riding on the sun. It's a song that needs to be sung. It's been this way since it begun. Mirage is riding on the sun. We affect how we behave, but I know that I am a slave to the chemicals coursing through my veins, concocted by firings in my brain. The mirage is riding on the sun. It's a song that needs to be sung. It's been this way since it begun. The mirage is riding on the sun. One thing I know is time's not moving slow. As I try to go with the flow, but I still believe, though it's hard to conceive. is a concept that requires immense faith in what we think we know to be true. Most evidence is subjective and dependent on our view. But statements declared should be what we have learned. It's the intent that determines whether honesty is concerned. Truth and lies are never the same. They cannot coexist. Word to the wise, this should need no reprise. Don't let lies persist. There are times we feel the appropriate choice is to proclaim what we know to be false. We justify this by convincing ourselves it's better for us all. Deception can lead to a treacherous existence. It just makes sense to protect remains of innocence. Truth and lies are never the same. They cannot coexist. Word to the wise, this should need no reprise. Don't let lies persist. Deception can lead to a treacherous existence. It just makes sense to protect remains of innocence. Truth and lies are never the same. They cannot coexist. Word to the wise, this should need no reprise. Don't let lies persist.
I look out from behind these eyes, seeking out something true that's been hidden from view. When I try to recognize what I thought I knew before it was thought through, I don't know where we're going, and I don't know where we've been. As I look into the future, I know we don't want the same again. We live life the best we can, but what does that mean? We've been programmed like a machine. So wake up to see the plan. It's not as it may seem. For most it goes on unseen. I don't know where we're going, and I don't know where we've been. As I look into the future, I know we don't want the same again. There are cycles that repeat themselves. We have been told lies. Our true history has been disguised. The winners are who foretells what tomorrow knows. They choose what to disclose. I don't know where we're going, and I don't know where we've been. As I look into the future, I know we don't want the same again.
Not many of my songs have a tender side. I tend to pen impressions more intense. I wake up most days with feelings inside, torn apart to find what makes sense. But what is life for if not sharing it with someone that you submit to a deep love that seems to fit, and you commit that you'll never quit? How do I break through all the noise? I am not just another one of the boys. I hope to find a girl that joins me, that sees me as one of her life's joys. I hope to find a girl that joins me, that sees me as one of her life's joys. Joins me, that sees me as one of her life's joys. I hope to find a girl that joins me, that sees me as one of her life's joys. Our life begins before we appear. We have a purpose for which to persevere. So don't miss good things being controlled by fear. Alter your routine so you can steer toward the dreams you might have forgot. You know this, so get up and shout. That's what life is about. Most people want a family to love, to choose a partner that will stay in spite of the way we hurt each other when there is no cause. At least forgiveness can give us some pause before we give up on what it's all about. You know this, so get up and shout. That's what life is about. That's what life is about. See the world through our own set of eyes. Our point of view is where the secret lies. The core difference between me and you is our experiences that separate us into unique perspectives for choosing the best route. Oh, you know this, so get up and shout. That's what life is about.